Hey, this is Danny on KRUZ and the After Midnight Ramble. I got another two-bit tale for you. Late last night, Johnny looked up at the sky, took a drag from his cigarette, and whispered, "I just want to go home." Meanwhile, what seems like a million miles away, Julie was tossing and turning in bed. Too hot to sleep, maybe. Her husband was lying next to her. Nothing could wake him from a dead sleep. So she got out of bed, got dressed, and went for a drive through the old neighborhood in her brand new Lincoln. The closer she got to Johnny's old house, the chills came in waves, one after the other, down her arms as she pulled over to the curb, got out to look at how his house had changed through the years. The trays were warm on her face. They blew hard. How good it felt to be alive and remember how things were 20 years ago. But also, how good her life was now. Just then, an old guy with gray hair and a walking cane, dragging one foot, walked by and stopped. He looked cold as he gave a dead stare down the empty street. He took a deep breath and he looked at Julie. "He's not coming back, you know. He's never coming back," he said to her. She looked at him. The wind blew her hair away from her face. "How do you know?" she said to the stranger. "He can't stay away forever, can he?" The stranger rolled a cane in the palm of his hand. "There's a point of no return," he said, "and Johnny passed it 20 years ago." "So you know him?" she asked him. "Why can't he just come back?" she said. "Because," the stranger said. "How can you come back to nothing with nothing?" Julie didn't understand. "Is he still alive?" "Yeah," the stranger said, "but barely. He goes through the motions, day after day, surviving but not living. He wanted you to know that he loved you. He loved life." Julie lowered her voice. "You talk as if he were already gone," she said. "Nah, he's not gone," the old man said. "Not yet, anyway. But there's not much left of him now. All that he loved was right here, what you're standing on." She looked at him. "What, the road?" she said. "Yeah," the old man said. "That's what he lived for. Not just any road. This road, where it's hot and muggy. He told me a long time ago, sometimes late at night when he'd come home from a drive, he'd see her dancing in the street, wearing a white dress with a dog." "You've heard of her, haven't you?" the old man asked Julie. "I think so," she said. She looked at him. "Yes, I think so. What's that have to do with him coming back anyway?" The old man, he put his hand in his pocket. He said, "Don't you know? He told me he saw her more than once. He even talked to her." "He thought he was going crazy at one point," the stranger said. "I told him she was real, but he didn't listen. He thought I was making it up, just going along with him. She wanted to go with him on a drive, but he wouldn't take her. One night before it all happened, before everything happened, he saw her. He told me, he called me when he got home. He stopped, but he didn't let her in the car. He just kept going. I told him over the phone that it was a big mistake. Don't you see what happened? He was supposed to pick her up, but he didn't, and now he's paying for it. And she gave him chances. She gave him a bunch of chances." Julie looked at the stranger. "What's your name?" she asked him. He took out a cigarette, lit it, and coughed like he was hacking up a lung as he took a drag. "Walter," he said. Just then the trades blew harder. "You're Julie. Johnny talked about you." Meanwhile, 2 blocks away, the woman in that white dress was dancing in the road with her dog. Walter quickly looked toward Koko Head. "I gotta be going now. Nice talking to you, Julie," he said to her. "Next time I see Johnny, I'll tell him I saw you. He'll be happy to hear that you're doing good."